The following original Link TV program was created by Culture Project and produced for broadcast by Link TV. To learn more, visit linktv.org/blueprint.
We're going to meet some more FBI folks. Dan Coleman will be back, and Jack Cloonan, who's another, sort of FBI wise man, been around a long time, and has learned lessons, often the hard way, about what works and what doesn't. It's something that these modern-day characters get as a bequest from actually centuries of experience in terms of how you get folks who you have power over to tell you the things that you really do need to have them tell you. What do? Do you show your fangs, or do you find another way? We actually know some answers. We know some ways out of the darkness.
When it comes to understanding Al-Qaeda, he's the Rosetta Stone. Fadl explained the nature of the enemy to us when we knew very little.
In the beginning, it was hard to get your arms around how big this conspiracy really was, how many people were involved. There were all these players and a global organization of all these different terrorist groups. He told us about all the different committees and about bin Laden himself. He showed us that bin Laden was like any other CEO and that Al-Qaeda was really just a bureaucracy.
Yeah, the breakthrough was realizing that some of these Al-Qaeda guys were more like common criminals than they were religious zealots.
I never saw him pray once. For Fadl, jihad was less a spiritual quest than a socially acceptable form of bad behavior. You get to blow stuff up and kill people, and your colleagues and peers think you're good. It's fun, and you get to be a hero.
He's telling you how they work, what they were planning, how they recruit. His life story becomes the spine of the 9/11 indictment against bin Laden. A walking, talking body who will sit up on the witness stand and look the jury in the eye.
But for me, a lot of headaches. I have a very good relationship with him, but he's a full-time job.
Yeah, for one thing, he's a gambler. At one point, he persuaded the government to give him a loan so he could open up a deli, which he ran into the ground.
He's a lovable rogue. He's fixated on money, and he loves women.
Oh, he's like a heat-seeking missile. He would flirt with all the female agents and all the lifeguards at the hotel pool where he was staying. He didn't know how to swim, so we bought him some of those noodles. We loved to watch Junior floating around the pool making a fool of himself.
We brought his wife, Nadia, and 4 kids over from Khartoum. When she got here, Junior told us she needed to undergo this ritual cleansing that involved like covering her in mud and placing her over embers in a fire pit.
Yeah, suffice it to say, we did not allow Junior to smoke Nadia in a pit.
It's a full-time job. I'm his big brother, his coach, his psychiatrist, and his marriage counselor. Whatever the problem of the day is, I have to deal with it.
We've spent nearly $1 million on Fadl over the past 10 years. We paid for his kid's heart surgery. And it's been absolutely worth it from the point of view of the government. Junior wrote the book on Al-Qaeda, and the well still ain't dry.
It's what you have to do, and it's a good story to put out there. If you've got valuable information, we'll do what we can to help.
Just building a relationship with a person and knowing your subject matter, that's what works.
People don't do anything unless they're rewarded. If we had tried to beat a confession out of Junior with all that alpha male shit, we'd never be able to talk to him now. You need to talk to people for weeks, years.
You think all this stuff about torture is going to make people want to come to us? That's why I get upset when I hear people talking about stress positions and loud music and dogs. There's a lot of stuff Junior talked about in casual, non-threatening moments. You could talk about everything with Fadl. That's the beauty of it.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only U.S. network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs that connect you to the world.